Meta just released an Agentic model that can live on your computer. It can reason, call tools, recover from failures, read screenshots, and work on code without sending every prompt to a metered cloud model. Put the weights on your own machine and the token bill can disappear. But this is where the word local gets slippery. Meta calls the target consumer hardware. The smallest official model file is almost 17 gigabytes before its vision system and speed-up model join it. The useful configuration targets 24 gigabytes. I checked where the local claim starts and stops, access, memory, agent capability, and what a cloud coding agent still buys you. The access claim is real. Muse Glimmer arrived on August 10th as a 30 billion parameter model with Apache E2 licensing. The full weights, 2 official 4-bit versions, the vision projector, and the speculative decoding assistant are already published. This is not a waitlist or a closed preview. That changes the architecture. A hosted coding model receives your context, meters input and output, and returns an answer. A local model can keep the reasoning loop, repository context, screenshots, and tool calls on your machine. No model, API request means no model, API charge. But zero tokens is not zero cost. You still pay for memory, storage, electricity, setup time, and whatever agent scaffold controls the tools. Local inference removes a recurring meter. It does not make the computer, the runtime, or your engineering time free. Meta's smallest language model package is 16.8 gigabytes. Add the official vision projector and D-Flash assistant, and the download approaches 20 gigabytes. Meta targets a 24 gigabyte envelope for that build, and 32 for the higher quality dynamic quantization. That includes high memory Apple Silicon and consumer GPUs with 24 gigabytes. It does not include the huge installed base of 8 and 16 gigabyte laptops. Meta measured the 17 gigabyte quant at roughly 1% average degradation across 15 benchmarks. The compression looks credible. The accessibility boundary is still real. Meta reports about 38 tokens per second on an M4 Max with D-Flash, 50 on an M5 Max, and more than 200 on an RTX 5090. Those are developer-reported results on expensive hardware. They prove the model can be interactive. They do not prove the same experience on an entry-level laptop. This is not just a chat model wearing an agent label. Meta trained it for function calling, multi-step plans, failure recovery, screenshots, long context, and coding scaffolds. The official card lists a context window above 131,000 tokens and compatibility with agent frameworks. In Meta's table, Muse Glimmer scores 51.2 on SweBench Pro and 76 on SweBench Verified. That is serious coding performance for this size. It also beats the compared models on some agent tasks, including Meta's public MCP Atlas result. But it is not a universal winner. Qwen's comparable 27 billion model edges it on SweBench Verified and leads it by 9 points on Terminal Bench. On Skills Bench and OS World, Qwen leads again. Glimmer looks competitive, not frontier dominant. And benchmarks measure a model inside a particular harness. Your real result still depends on the prompt, tool schemas, repository search, test loop, permissions, and recovery logic around it. Open weights give you ownership of the engine. They do not deliver a finished Claude code replacement by themselves. Locality improves the data path, but tool access can still delete files, leak secrets, or execute the wrong command. Meta's own model card recommends human confirmation for irreversible actions. Privacy and permission safety are different problems. A model can stay on your laptop and still make a dangerous local decision. 5 days before Glimmer, Meta launched Muse Code, a cloud coding agent powered by Muse Spark. Its private tier lists $1.25 per million input tokens and $4.25 per million output tokens. The contributor tier is much cheaper, but Meta marks that data as usable to improve its products. That bill pays for more than tokens. Muse Code coordinates persistent background agents, carries a million token context, and uses a larger coding-focused model. Cloud systems also move the hardware burden away from your desk. When the task is long, ambiguous, or expensive to get wrong, that managed intelligence can still earn its price. Replace cloud. AI for routine, private, bounded work when you already own compatible 24 or 32 gigabyte hardware. Use a hybrid route when local can draft, search, and test first, then escalate the hard failures. Keep cloud for frontier complexity coding, weak local hardware, or managed multi-agent work. Muse Glimmer does not make cloud coding obsolete. It makes the cloud bill optional for a meaningful slice of the workflow. The weights are free, the meter can vanish, and the agent can stay with your data. The catch is simple. Local AI is finally becoming practical, but practical still starts at 24 gigabytes.